Heru. Abalandeli baka Heru bayaziveza endumbeni yabo. Iminyango yendlu engcwele ivuliwe. Ngivusela emehlweni amabili. Uma uvela. Vuleka sibhakabhaka. Vuleka mhlaba. Vulekani masango asempumalanga. Nawasentshonalanga. Vuleka mnyango onezinkanyezi zomkhathizwe. Vulekani masango endawo lapho kungena khona ukufa. Vulekani zinqaba zangenhla. Nasezansi kwekhimu. Vuleka ndlela kaRam Velincane. Vulela ukhozi lwegolide. Olundizela emsamo walo. Vulekani iminyango emibili. Yelanga nobusuku. Vulelani abakhaphi bendodana kaMvelincane. Abalandela ngemuva kwakhe. Ndodana yalo uthulile. Nkosana endlunkulu. Wena unqoba ubumnyama nenhlupheko. Wena uvela ezinzulwini zomhlaba. Iya endumbeni yakho. Bekisa ikhanda lakho linezinsiba enyakatho. Lapho ubumnyama bulinde khona ukunqotshwa iso lakho. Ndodana kaOset. Ekhuphukayo ivela emhlabeni. Ngilinde ukuvela kwakho okuhle. Amadlozi emazweni amabili. Abuka empumalanga. Ukubona isiqu sakho esinamaphiko. Wonke amadoda nabesifazane balinde ukuza kwakho. Izithunzi nabaphilayo bayakudumisa. Nkosazana. Heru. Wena khozi oluthandekayo. Oluqhamuka ezinzulwini zomhlaba. Nkosi yezikhukhula. Ngenze ngiphile. Ungumoya waseningizimu. uJehuthi ungumoya wasenyakatho. Wena umdala kunabo bonke. Iza eTepe endlini yakho engcwele. Wena umncane kunabo bonke. Iza ePer Asa. Lapho wazalelwa khona. Nazibongo. Heru ndodana kaPasteti. Heru wezulu laseningizimu. Heru mhlanganisi wamazwe amabili. Heru nkosi yeminqamlezo emibili. Heru oligolide. Owanqoba uSethi. Heru ndodana kaNomkhubulwane. Heru wamehlo amabili inyanga nelanga. Tandokazi kaHeru. Heru othulile. Ngane busisekile. Heru omkhulu. Ndodana Ndlalifa kaShu. Heru ndodana kaMvelinqane. Heru olukhozi. Heru nkosi yezulu. Heru ndodana kaOsethi. Heru ndodana kaAsa. Ubulala mina ngedwa siyabantwana.
Awubulala mina ngedwa bo siyabantaba mina.
Ubulala mina ngedwa siyabantwana.
Ayiwathi bulala mina ngedwa.
We are in the season of Heru in Osana. Principle is ascension. Ascension is raising your vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration, that's all that there is. Because everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. Nothing is standing still. We live in an ocean of motion. Come on, how you see everything standing still. Even the chair that you're sitting on is vibrating. Its function is mastery. The reasons we gather here every day at 897 Piele Street, Orlando East, for the lecture Mkhulu, to unlearn, heal, and grow. Because this content, as Reklamo, at a conscious level, but subconsciously also, we have to relearn and program ourselves. Because if only you know it at a conscious level, what you say and what you do will be different. Because you'll be having two programs on the conscious and another program running at the subconscious level. I'll be reading the things that align us with the season. Heru. 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 Nkosana. Our season starts on the 23rd of January to the 23rd of February. Inyanga, January. Iche, obsidian. Umbala, yellow. Nsimbi, gold. Impepo, temple, incense. Amaka, saint. Sandalwood. We have impepo, but we sandalwood. So the saint here is sandalwood. Isihlahla, olive. Izilwani, falcon, ukhozi. Bee, inyosi, and phoenix. And these are the things that you can incorporate Msamo to align with the season. But if usnatsona kaofela, it doesn't mean that you are not aligned. Mkhulu tells us this all the time, which your first Msamo, it's your pineal gland. Because it's your pineal gland that facilitates communication between you and the divine. It gives you access to the fourth and fifth dimension. So when your pineal gland is closed, you are only limited to this 3 dimension. This is the book that I'm reading from, the Royal Calendar. The same book that Mkhulu reads from when we are doing Umpahlo. To get yourself a copy, go on the website www.gekmovement.org. Digital calendar is also available. And for your donations, please do so on the website. Any other donation is welcome for the running and upkeep of Isikotlo. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We are on Facebook. That's our private social account, and the handle is Mkhulu Base Kemu, for everybody to engage and share content. We are also on Instagram. We are on Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcast, and Spotify Podcast. We also have an app called Kemet Chat. To download the app, go on the website www.gekmovement.org. In Zungazi we'll be talking about our marketplace. Let's give her a round of applause.
And I'm from the kingdom of Oset. Heru is my son. Heru. At our market today, we have the booksmen. They search, find, and deliver any books you need and any books you want. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We also have the truth seekers with the different types of ants, necklaces, and rings. Get yourself some. They're on sale today. So yeah, I think that's all we have for today.
Thank you, Thokozani. Also on Wednesdays, we give platform to Black-owned businesses. And for that, email info@gekmovement.org. And now it's time for Mkhulu Nsingiza to give us a lecture. And today's topic is Heru and electromagnetic field. After the lecture, Mkhulu will be taking questions. Thokozani.
Andofukazi. Andofukazi. Anomkhubulwane. Angwedi. Ankosazana. Anomtutu. Anomzamo. Azinzisa. Avusa amazulu. Aloli. Imhotep. What I hear and feel, it's a revolutionary spirit. Angithi kuthiwa the willingness to be free, and that way izo-affecta lento esikhuluma ngayo namhlanje, which is Heru and the electromagnetic field. Kuthiwa if isonke sifila ngokufana, lokho kucombine i-articulation of our feelings and our hearts, onto i-magnetic field. Meaning ukuthi imikhuleko yethu izwakala kalula. Yingakho thina kumele sihlala sideposita. It doesn't matter ukuthi i-30 million or 40 million yabantu bakuphi, but as long as kune dlanzana labantu, which is a pool, ezoyenza i-impact on the majority of the people. So it's unlike ukuthi sibe senkingeni kepha sonke thola ukuthi silele, then we are doomed. Not only ourselves, but the future of generations to come is doomed. Why? Because abekho abantu abavukile. What does it mean ukuthi uvukile? Ngoba ungaba namehlo kepha ungaboni. Uyayithola leyo. So ukuvuka kusho ukuthi i-consciousness, you have deposited or you have changed the vibrational frequency within that magnetic field. So sikhulumeke about the electromagnetic fields. Zimbili. Kuthiwa yonke into, it's electricity. Everything, it starts there. And the electricity in motion generates a magnetic field. Meaning ukuthi mawuplake something lapha, that wire, ngaphakathi kwale wire which is insulated, there is a magnetic field. Iyini leyo? Ilento ukuthi umhlaba wethu, it is a magnet, right? Why? Because it has a north pole and a south pole. Meaning ukuthi this magnetic field iyaround. Shokuthi iqala from phansi bese ke iya kuphi phezulu. Bese ke iphuma on the other side. It's like into oyiplakile ekhaya. Angithi into oyiplakile kunale wire le yelentuza, the red one. Engena efaka umlilo. Kunale wire emnyama ukhipha. Umhlaba wethu operate exactly like that. Even ourselves, kuthiwa tina, we've got a compass, a natural compass. So abantu would then understand ukuthi why do we always face north? Ngoba kuthiwa inyoni, that ability is still active today. Kuthiwa inyoni iguided by that compass. Why? Because they always true north. I-compass engaphakathi kubona. So science says even that we've got what is called magnetite inside our nervous system. But manje thina asisayuse. It means ukuthi that ability slowly fades away from us. Ifana nalento ukuthi we no longer store ama telephone numbers abantu in our heads. So it means ukuthi that functionality iyadropa in terms of activity. Ifana nani ne pineal gland of a colonized person, ngathi grape. Do you understand? So for you ukuthi uyivule, you need to read and reach that ultimate highest frequency, which is 700 hertz, which is responsible for enlightenment. The minute you feel that enlightenment, pineal gland yakho starts to open. So nathi at a natural level, sinayo i-compass. Do you understand? Uchokuthi ingaphakathi umoya wethu always, points to the magnetic north. That's a cardinal, point. So, give me. I'm so happy ukuthi manje asisenzi izinto nje for our slogans, when you are on stage. But we are getting closer and closer in understanding ourselves. Because when you understand yourself, then everything is possible. Do you understand? If you understand when you operate at the very same level as umhlaba, ngoba kuthiwa inhliziyo yethu yingakho okhokho bathi develop the wisdom of the heart, because inhliziyo yiyo ethumela ama signals to the brain for the brain to decode, bese ke ithumela ke ama signals to the limbs ukuthi hey lo muntu ufuna ukuhamba, bese kuyasibona uyacathu. So without that mechanism you wouldn't be able to walk. So it's a blessing ukuthi sesifike nyelela asazi ke kwabanye abantu kepha thina esiloko sihamba ngeCalender we are getting closer, because lezi zinto lezi kuthiwa this a magnetic field yiyo le ongayimanipulator to bend a spoon without touching it. Yes, this magnetic field maybe khuluma ngokuthi time bending, they're talking about that. But now you won't be able to do those things if ungaya. You need to know and understand ukuthi iyini. Angithi now you have a South Pole and North Pole. What represents your South Pole? Huh?
Okay.
It's your root chart. Hey. It's your root chart. Hey. Yingakho uzothola ukuthi lapha ku on the spinal cord there are two pipes, right? Le city ipipe ka Heru ka Tet ne pipe ka Osset. Why they are there? They are doing the functioning of this electricity and magnetism. Do you understand? Because ikanjalo, there are these layers. First is the electricity. Then second, the magnetic field, which is generated by the movement of current electricity. You operate kanjani la kuwe through our neurons in your brain, a stem. You are send a signal, meaning ukuthi your body cannot function without the electricity, right? If ubuka ilentuza ngazi bakhona abakheniki imoto kunalento lapha emotweni bayibiza i-alternator. I-alternator le charge page mawuyivula le alternator inani ngaphakathi?
Amanzi no.
Yes. Magnets, right? Magnets are surround where coil. Coil here copper. It's a good conductor. But now electricity won't be able to actually pass through there if the kungana motion. Meaning when you rub the magnet, when the magnet moves, in a motion, la within lama wires a copper, then the electricity is generated. Do you understand? Ungenza experiment now here are these copper wires are connected to a battery. Around is a speaker because it's iron. Remember ukuthi umhlaba wethu, there is liquid iron on earth, right? So the liquid iron yiyona eyenza ukuthi kube nale magnetic field. Why? Because the iron, like Melanin speaking, surrounded ngecoil, a copper. Then bese kuya plug. There won't be current there until uza the magnet. You move it over, move a magnet over those copper wires. Then there's movement of electricity generated. Do you understand? Meaning ukuthi now nathi singabantu, we have batini ama scientists bathi okoko singama magnets. Why? Because lento eyenzakala on earth is the same thing eyenzakala lakithi. Meaning ukuthi nawe you have that electromagnetic field, and you operate in your heart. This is what is responsible. Angithi kuthiwa inhliziyo pumps igazi. Yeah? But manje lawo mandla iwathatha from this magnetic field. As iloko circulator guide, from south to north, south to north, south to north. That you will never find that circulation until let's say you change the position. Remember with magnets. Magnets when they are facing poles are what do? They repel. Hey. If a negative charge and the positive charge, they attract. But when the positive and the positive, they repel. The very same thing with a magnet. Meaning you can change the direction. A magnet, let's say a magnet, it's a positive, or northern and the southern. They attract each other. That is why there's a southern pole of Earth and a northern pole, right? Meaning there is always that attraction between the south and the north, where now you are operating in between that. Meaning yonke into, it has this, or it operates, this electromagnetic field. That is holding everything on earth together. It's responsible for its functioning. Yemizimba is responsible for its growth. Even the plants, they wouldn't be able to grow without. Meaning it confirms Heru electricity. Heru is electricity. So, manje December when we were in Limpopo, that is when that electric field was being recharged by the sun. Remember, Guti, when the sun is closest to Earth, it recharges that electric field. So when there's motion in that, then automatically a magnetic field is actually created. So what we are trying to say, Uguti Makesh, all Kokobate, they knew the information. Sesibiza manje about electromagnetism. Do you understand? Uzotola buti okoko. They called it by another name. Huh? Manje message tina nkosana sikhuluma ngoHeru. What do you mean? Indlalifa kaba. Ubani inkosi? Scientifically. Asa is the key, because Asa is hydrogen. Remember, Guti, into that engulfs the whole universe. It's blackness, it's carbon. So even the theory of Guti, it's possible Guti abelungu bavela le, above, but bavelo mass whatever. You can never emerge from there umhlophe, because into ekugcwele lapha ubumnyama, which is carbon, out of which everything emerges from. It's carbon. So in carbon yiyo le generator ge le light. Darkness, then light. There can never be light before darkness. There can never be any other race before the black race. That follows the natural law of things in our universe. So, Lendo Nsingiza a deeper understanding. Ukuthi kungani esiloko siyibuza ukuthi sizondwa kangaka yini? You understand? Sizondwa kangaka yini, but manje masawulandela iscience yokhokho, you are then able to answer that question. So, okhokho bethu, remember ukuthi we always say ukuthi there's only African or Kemet civilization in the world. There's no Western civilization, right? Hey, when you talk about philosophy, you talk about medicine, you talk about science, you talk about astronomy. Bonke bafundela kithi. Ngithi bafunde kithi ngoba thina we are the living ancestors. Amongst us here, bakono immortal. The architects are here, the engineers are here. That way there then. So bavugeka busha. Angithi umoya uyayiphinda phi. If uhambe emhlabeni umdlwembo zobuyini. In those centuries kunjalo namanje kusenjalo, meaning ukuthi umoya ka-immortal azange unqamuke. Why? Because there is still this activity, right, between the electric field and the magnetic field. And remember ukuthi immortal une-date naye azalwa ngayo. Njengoba Credo siyazi ukuthi umbhidli, kepha everything he did was to reconstruct our character as African people. That's all he did to Credo. Do you understand? Meaning ukuthi he used the power within him to actually do something positive for the African people. After his subjugation for all this time, we were then able. Yingakho namhlanje avusa amazulu. Siyohlala simbonga uBaba Credo ngoba he's the one. Without uBaba Credo, ngabe sisehlathini. And he paid dearly, for those actions. uBaba Credo usacrifice konke materialism. What? For the sake of my children, I'm prepared to suffer. Sometimes ufike lapho ubaba credo akana no sugar, akana nempu. Do you understand? This is how evil this system is. Ngisho kumanje, there are no scientists zabantu abamnyama who are running after knowledge about credo to go and confirm lezinto begezisho. Why? Because majority yet is a vibrator ngale frequency engane. Do you understand? Majority yethu is still obsessed ama package. You would rather sacrifice the whole nation for your package. Do you understand? So asubuntu lobo ilabantu laba uzothola ukuthi mebewela ngale uampu ubabiza bele muva elani abatonza kale ngabatheni na usanda nasiskani. Hey, let your heart be weighed against the Father, so that when uzibone uzijaje ukuthi how did you live on this earth? Uphile unyethela nawe isizwe simnyama. Remember, ngiyazibona ezinye izizwe kepha isizwe sikamvelencane noNomkhubulwane lesi. Everything that happens in the black nation is recorded on the Akashic records. Why ngoba amazibulu okhuluma ngawo. Ma ukhuluma ngomuntu omnyama ukhuluma ngamazibulu. Hey, so manje ke yingakho ke that is why we were called abangoni. Because we were steadfast kuyo lento ukuthi kumele ngaso sonke isikhathi si create a resonance between izulu nomhlaba. You must never find yourself ingakho bekungena majele namaphoyisa namapolice station. It's because of the very same thing ukuthi angidinge umuntu ukuthi angibheke ngoba umvelincane noNomkhubulwane uyangibona uyangizwa. Everything that I do is recorded, so I mustn't be found wanting. Mase kufika isikhathi bathi hey buya ndoda uyile gatsha elingatheleli lenzwani igatsha elingatheleli liyanqantshulwa ngithi so that kukhule kabusha. So it's very important for us ukuthi si realign, because lento esiyenzayo it's an effort for umuntu omnyama to realign back to nature, not to anyone's philosophy. Uzwe abakhuluma ngabo Karl Marx Russian elengenaphi la abasakhoti ke no Jama, abasakhoti uSikhukhuni babhizi basikhothela bonke la socialism balana le Russia kanti into yase-Africa. Manje uyabona ukuthi that is the extent of the damage that has happened to us. When you know the knowledge, le okumele ingane zethu zifunde esikolweni nase-crash, so that bakhule la bazoba independent. Kemet teaches you to be independent. Kemet teaches you to experience yourself. Whatever we had, you will never experience a hacker if you are not aligned. You will never. Uzoloku ubheke eceleni bangiloya uloyo ba. Angithi enye into elimazayo. kuthiwa if wena umuntu you are not aligned to the magnetic north, situphambene. Ngiyayithola leyo. I-energy is from earth. Inyukeke. Do you understand? Manje wena bakuphambanisele ubhekele when you're supposed to face the magnetic north. So yingakho ke sithi no, asike sikhulume ngalezi zinto lezi. Yazi le science le ohamba uyoyifunda for 7 years einganeni. Ngoba balokho bathanda ukudissect izinto. Thina spirituality, mathematics, science. Into yodwa. You can't separate lezi zinto lezi. Because isiqalo mesikhuluma about the binaries. Ukhulukhulwane all represent eternity. 0. But le 0 ifana nale ka ibando mfana lo Facebook. Meta whatever. The new branding yarn. It has that logo of infinity. Meaning ukuthi abelungu understand this. Do you understand? Yitho abantu abamnyama abanikazi bayo. Because we taught le ngane abelungu yonke lento le. But manje because of colonization ne apartheid sakhohlwa. But we are here now remembering. Siyavuka singabantu abamnyama. Yingakho ke sithi yonke into movement, it's about a total liberation of a black person. This is what this movement is all about. As a movement is spirituality, kuje sizohamba se Drankensberg lapha sifike soshaya ba home. So that we understand, which is part of the package. But we are not about that. Tina, we are about liberation of a black person. And the umuntu was liberated. Nama powers anawo naturally. It of God's word lamesifundisa ngoku breathing in and out. Isifundisa yona ke leyo nto leyo. Remember, mawenze njalo, you are making an imprint lapha ku magnetic field. Remember ukuthi ama chakras ahambelana ngithe each chakra, the base chakra is the root chakra is the southern pole of your body. Do you understand? But manje uthola ukuthi i-pineal gland is that northern pole. Yingakho kuthiwa kunalento thina siyibiza Sachem. Manje yabiza iKundalini. Sachem asayas. Legama lika Sachem asayas. Yingakho kuno Sachmet from Sachem. It is that energy which lies at the base of your spine. Okumele uyi-reactivate in order for you to be able to experience Heka, natural magic. Bokuyizinto ezinormal yithi lento. Uze baqamba manje. Bathi lo muntu wahambe emanzini. Ayikho into enjalo. Remember ukuthi ila when you are watching the sunset, useduze kwamanzi la. Ubona ilanga lahambi lapha. Manje uyochwila uhambe uyozama ngezinto. But uzwa But if you are aware of these electromagnetic field, because that is the source of the power or the ability to levitate. You can manipulate this magnetic field for anything. Uthola ukuthi umuntu ukushaya ngempama la, but uzwe ngathi ukushaya ngestina. Wena ulapha. It's because labantu laba angazi bayibiza lento yabo. You remember uChairman Mao? Beke benzisa yini lento le? Tai Chi. It's all about that. Remember, etheric body extends over a meter. So it means, scientifically proven, your etheric body. Remember, it's the very same thing. Your magnetic, let us say it is the etheric body. It is the magnetic field around you. So this is what, if you know and understand, you will be able to actually control it and manipulate it. But I for booby. Feel when you understand? So manje ufuna ukumanipulate wena ngoba umuntu kushaya ngestina uthayi awuthi ngiyomshaya ke ngale magnetic field. Ayisikho lapho. Ungahluthuki to a point ukuthi manje so ufuna ukuyuza nature to do evil things. Ungafani nale ngane eziyothatha i-hydrogen ziyenza amabomb ngayo. You understand? Tina, by nature, we are not like that. We are the first people to discover gunpowder. Do you understand? But we didn't have an evil mind to say, what I know, not a gunpowder. Who's told? Who gave? Where's Allah? Wazothatha. Remember ukuthi emakhaya egodini kulwelwa into. Do you understand? Nasemhlabeni mawungabheka iWorld War 1 mawungatrace ukhona umama Samuel. Iziphi zonke mawungazibuka ke amadoda nejealousy uthi hayi no ungishaya ngesitini zombonisa ke mina. Do you understand? So manje ke lento le ukumele uyisebenzise for positive development of abantu. Remember ukuthi umveli is never asleep. Even when you are sleeping, umveli works to energize you. We are khona ukuthi uvuke ekseni, even noma ulele. Umveli is there. Kuthiwa even the pulse, ipulse yenhliziyo is connected to this magnetic field. So ukuze understand nje more umuntu ukuthi i-constitution yami, i-construction yami ngakheke kanjani. What are my natural abilities? Umoya lo, because it's umoya. Uma ngizwa kuthiwa nayo inhliziyo, i-construction yakhona, it forms a spiral. Yingakho uthola lapha kunale sharp point lapha phansi, because it follows not the Fibonacci but Imhotep what? Hey, it's no longer it's no longer Fibonacci, spiral, whatever, geometric or sacred geometry. It's Imhotep sacred geometry, because yibonga abantu abasunguli bale. They studied nature to then discover that everything follows the same pattern. Everything follows the same pattern. So yingakho namhlanje I never knew or understood ukuthi umuntu une-magnetite la ekhanda. It means ukuthi nawe sonke sinayo le compass. Okhokho bathi that is why bebeyuza yona for them to travel. Besides inkanyezi, lento esibiza ukuthi intuition. Iyini intuition? Because that is the knowledge ebuya kuphi from reservoir esibiza ukuthi Akashic records, right? And remember ukuthi la in our brains kunalama neurons angithi yiwo athumela this electrical charge, meaning ukuthi that is stimulated, the electrical charge in your brain is stimulated by your thoughts. Our thoughts then encourages the movement of electricity within your brain. A creator gets magnetic field. So, kusemqoka ke ukuthi ngakho kuthiwa you need to guard ama thoughts akho. Do you understand? Because yiwo lama thoughts that bring back reality to you. Hey, umuntu uyaziloya. Hey, that's why kuthiwa umthakathi uthakatha nje nangenhliziyo. Ungambona umama la umuhle ufaka isambalo. Ugayibozi ngaphakathi. Usinikeza le picture le kanti ngaphakathi. Ugayibozi. Do you understand? Bakhona abantu abanjalo, angisakhulumi nje ngabantu besambatho whatever. Bakhona abantu abanjalo natural. Umuntu akuloye ngenhliziyo. Hey. So we need to guard. Yingakho kuthiwa inhliziyo and the mind. This is what is important la kuwe. What you keep in your heart and the thoughts that are generated, determines ukuthi life yakho izoba njani. If you feel and you think ukuthi you are useless, then uzoba ihobo. Noma kanjani. Ngoba when we have given up, do you understand? Abanye abantu have given up because they don't know any other thing except irreality that is facing them. Which is why we need to tina that are somehow enlightened. Kumele sikhanyise lamalambu abantu who have given up. Nobody deserves to be a hobo. Abantu, they resort to alcohol because of the pain they are feeling inside. Why? Because izinto sabathe umuntu zamani ayikho into elunga. Why? Because that is what they know. This system is the alpha and omega. Outside the system, you can operate. Which is why Tina City, Kemet, we are not assimilating. We are moving out of this mess and be in the parallel system esikuyo manje, so that it can accommodate. A beautiful thing is going to happen very soon. It will be announced. We're starting a Kemet virtual school, right? But manje, let's follow this. Into esifuna uqala ngayo ile i-programming ne-coding. We want to prove ukuthi umuntu ola ekhaya frustrated, akana certificate, akana degree, angaqala phansi as long as ane passion yalento. Angaqala phansi angana certificate, angana metric, angana fokol. Simqale ngecoding, ne-programming. Lo muntu loyo can produce. Do you understand? The certificate sethu is going to be the product that you produce, that you can go and market amongst other people with. I'm capable of doing this. Do you understand? This is the system that we are fighting for. Because the current system, it creates a class system. Do you understand? Where not because you happen to have a bigger fat salary, you think you are different from umuntu. Or the makunyane achala. Do you understand? So manje the system yabelungu leyo. Thina si believer ku talent. Everything esiyenzayo ukuhomba lama talent ebantwini. Because those, remember ukuthi ilentoza. A diamond, a rough diamond. It's carbon, which has been put under stress. Pressure. Ukuze ibe diamond. Do you understand? So ungayibaleki pressure and stress. Hey, because iyakupolisha leyo nto leyo. Do you understand? It polishes you so that you become the shining diamond efuna wonke umuntu. Ungathi when you are under pressure ufuna ukuyibulala. Uyayahenga manje. So ubhekana ngentambo. Uyacalculate ukuthi lenzini le. Izongibamba noma izongwisa. You can't give up that easy. Okay? Hey, yes, it doesn't matter ukuthi, hey man, usekhoneni elinjani. But you must never find yourself in that position. Ngoba iqala elikhulu lelo. Wena mawuzahambisa ungakabiswa. Uthiwa isikhathi sakho sikafika. Ufunani? Uyathola leyo nto leyo. So manje is double trouble. Awusakhona nokubuyela emuva manje. Thina sesikufake anda. 6 feet. Umzimba wakho I know connection call. Meaning ukuthi it is connection of this electromagnetic field is final.
Yeah.
Lakuwe. You are no longer alive. You are not part of the living. Why? Because this electromagnetic field is no longer there. Functional lakuwe. Yingakho sithi uyisidumbu. Hey, feel. So sibheke ke makhesi. Sibheke ngempela, you know. Mina nje into engiyithandayo, engijabulelayo is the consciousness yabantu abamnyama. I-consciousness yabantu abamnyama is on the rise. You know, buka before bengeke sicule ukuthi bayeza bangoma. Hawu. Bayeza bangoma. It was taboo. It was taboo. Now futhi mawumuntu, especially uthole nyana umsebenzi nyana lapha eJozi. Uyi-robot labelo. Now sewucabanga njengabo. Hey, those people are barbarians. Bashayana negroup. Uyazi ende leyo ngoma injalo. Remember ukuthi ubaba Credo wathi kukhona abantu abangena olwandle bajika baba ama-dolphins. Azange ngasho njalo baba. So bayabuya labo bantu as individuals man. Bazothatha ubukhosi babo eniganga ngabo ni. Understand? Ngoba manje bayabona ukuthi lamakhosi, you can never be a king and be ignorant of these things that we talk about here. How do you claim ukuba inkosi and you are ignorant of the electromagnetic field? Uklema kanjani to be inkosi? Huh? Because this is what gave our kings the ability to set up a meeting without announcing. They used their telepathy, ability to spread. Uspreada kanjani? Ungena lapha ekhoneni lakhe. Azibone within the field itself and deposit. Remember ukuthi this field, njengoba sihlangene, right? We affect each other's, etheric, bodies. Omunye umuntu nje mengihlangana naye ngiyakwata ngidineke. It means ukuthi ile pole or ifield yakhe repel with mine. That is why ngizothola ukuthi mhlambe naye uhlangana nami nje ayangangithandi. Do you understand? It's because of that field. That field here, that is responsible. Remember what we spoke about my emotion. How emotions are frequencies. Huh? Hey, remember what le field lesikhuluma ngayo inama ley lines. Just like Earth. If field lesikhuluma ngayo, the electromagnetic field surround imizimba yethu inama ley lines. So Tina, how do we follow the ley lines? Kula siphahlela khona, according to these 4 cardinal points. Do you understand? Sikhulume ngokuthi inzalo is on the ley line, right? Ilimpompo lapha, it's on the ley line. And the ley lines uyawabona kunama map. Kunama map where you can read these ley lines. Sesizibiza ngama ley lines. Yenela kakhulu lesilungu. Marina into nyingi. Uyazi sikwenye dilemma Mkhulu. Ngoba Tina, we are all about ukuthi sifundise abantu abamnyama. And manje our brothers internationally abasizwa. Tuyamthola. Sebezwa umoya ukuthi umoya okhululwa ngawo lapha uthi. But they can't interpret ukuthi sithini. So siyaxolisa ngoba manje umhlaba wonke usuhamba ngolimi lika George. We are forced in that. Even kuba nama discussion even lapha ku Kemet chat. Kuthiwe, hey, kungani sikhuluma isilungu la? So we are saying ukuthi sigqilazwe ile language. We are going to use it to liberate ourselves. Singalokho siba nalama discussion are useless. Ngoba umunye ungena lapha ku Kemet chat umXhosa, omunye ungena umVenda, omunye ungena uLentuza. Until sivusa imedu nature, we will use this colonial language. Ingane zethu that are going to communicate ngemedu nature. So mele sifake kule ikolo zethu ezilentuza esizoziqala, starting with ilentuza, the Kemet virtual school. That is what we will be offering. And there we have a network of abantu who are well vested in this knowledge. All over the world. Abo mfundishi, abo Kaba Kamene, abo Phil Valentine, abo angaz nomseko na ulenduza, ufan septima. But I know what you Theophilo Banga is still there. And the whole ITRC, Theophilo Banga. Theophilo Banga Ibra, Kashik Antatiop. They were together in 1994 when they were challenging the stereotype of white people to say that Egypt wasn't built, you know, by black people. So they credit aliens, but even those aliens would come being black. So argument levels useless. What Anunnaki were just like you and I. You can't come from there and be something else different. Do you understand? So where the back creditor the aliens, those aliens, you can't remove the glory. Neutralizer, no sabotage for your own selfish gains. Because everything emerges from blackness. Hey. So it's very, very, very important again, Makesha Guti. Lolwazi lolu. Silugayde. And sibe patient ngalo. We need to be patient. You know, because it's been years. It's been years. Tina sizalwa nje nale ignorance. Why? Because sizalwe abantu who were ignorant of these things. So utuzalwa nje ignorant. Especially maqala ukuhlakani. Hey, abantwana ke bona ke wena Khehla mawungabuka ingane encane uzothola ukuthi kunabantu ehlekana. Ongababoni. Ubona ingane lokhu ismile. Do you understand? Why? Because usaselapo. Akalendi to this reality la umuzomloya khona. All sorts of things. Futhi thina abazali bethu were worse. You were useless to them if you didn't want to be a teacher, if you didn't want to be a doctor, if you didn't want to be a nurse. Your makaraba pusha. If you choose la, I'm useless mtanam. Yini le art. Funukwanzani. Chamakataro. So they never understood ukuthi ingane mele uyiyekele iphefumulo. Ibe yilento eyiyo. Why? Because le ngane le, it has its own unique vibrational frequency. It has its own electromagnetic field. Okumele ifulfille the obligation yalo moya. Manje wena mawunga understand, you are pressured. Bathi kunalento bathi societal pressure. Umama walapha umntwana wakhe ustudisha medicine. So nami ke manje sokumele ngifanye ngale ntwana. Mina ngiresonate nale frequency. Do you understand? So Tina ke, let us make a commitment ukuthi we are going to change how a society is. Ngisho even indaba yezikolo mke. We are not discouraging abantu ukuthi bamukise ingane. Well, if we uyathanda ukuyobhatala i-premium for your child to be colonized, it's okay. But ukwazi lokhu ukuthi it's possible. Remember ukuthi before kungena kufika a schooling system, and the schooling system less sa introduced ama-Europeans. Why? Because they had the intention of socially controlling abantu. Ukuthi abantu abasepulelwe knowledge efanayo. Do you understand? Even umuntu within the spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, omunye umuntu bambiza bathi myopic. Why? Because akakhona ukubona le color red. I-red yena uyibona nge-blue. Do you understand? So it means ukuthi sonke singena manje. Kanti it wasn't supposed to be like that. Schooling system sisekhaya. Schooling system is life itself. Ufunda because you are experiencing life.
Yeah.
Not to be channeled. Do you understand? Unless something resonates with you, usho ukuthi mina kukhona abantu indlovukazi besikhuluma na andlovukazi uKhwisilema uthi mina I was obsessed with watching ama-news, especially the section economics. Do you understand? She ended up being an investment analyst. Why? Because lento ukhule vele eyikhombisa ukuthi uyayithanda. Do you understand? So manje ke thina support that we should give our children. Okokuqala, we need to be informed ourselves so that we are able to make informed decisions about the future of our children. Ungabi bottled to the idea nalomqondo nje ukuthi ingane yami mele ifundele ukuyosebenza Weber Ventel whatever iyosebenza in that company, because that is what our parents did. And we know now ukuthi leyo nto was very detrimental to success nje yethu. Do you understand? Hey, so it means ukuthi thina njengoba sila, you must never, and take note of this, thina singama lawyers, sikhulumela okhokho bethu abangasakhoni ukukhuluma. Do you understand? We are pursuing this thing to the final. Asiyinto sizoyilahla emoyeni nje. Ujike nje from nowhere mina ukuthi ngikhathele le struggle. The struggle siyangilambisa. Angisathola amathenda because silandelana nalabantu base GK. You understand that? We are being selfish more than selfish. Hey, ngoba manje wena ulandela uzuka, and yet we are worth 5 rand. Uzo mesinga unite abantu abamnyama, impossibility of us generating millions amongst ourselves is high. Do you understand? So you need to think about that. Uguti, the more I work towards uniting black people, I'm preparing a better future for myself and the future of my children. Ngoba uma uhamba uwedwa, the selfishness esiyibona. Huh? Uguti, no, mina, as long as I'm right, to hell with the other people. Do you understand? Okoko were not like that. And the Okoko are tired of people who have been thinking like that for over centuries. From Lego Nkwamenkrum. Onkwamenkrum ukufika la ekhaya kotata nabo Thabo Mbeki onke labantu lamakhefa. Balokho bacabangela bona. Because there's no reason for us ukuthi singene kule dispensation esenza ukuthi si even more. Do you understand? It means labantu were thinking for themselves. No, mina mengaba right nomndeni wami. It's okay. Labantu ngizobatshela lokhu ngibatshele lokya to pacify them. So leso sikhathi sokupacify umuntu omnyama, it's gone. Asisayifuni leyo nto leyo. And the namadlozi akhathele labo bantu. Hey. Hey, our ancestors, they want their thrones back. Hey, bafuna inkodlo zabo zivuswe kabusha ngolwazi lwabo. Ungathi wena uyinkosi kepha uyinkosi that follows the Western philosophy. We are daughter. Awunasabelo se future. Because all you know when in the Western philosophy.
Limited.
It means ukuthi awunasabelo for the future. If una amakhetha that will be able to teach, let's say we impose. Isizwe sakho must know. Ukuthi umvelinqangi uyini. Not the speculation. Ukuthi umvelinqangi evilness. Basho njalo. Bathi mawubiza ke lelagama labo. The important name. Balimporti. Balethala. Bathi lona ke mawubiza. Sha. Bathu Kamata no Ramasedi. Evilness. Hey, we are trending on those grounds of which we are evil. Do you understand? So manje, Koko Bay, they are tired of that situation. Ukubona mavaga, cowards, leading abantu. Huh? How can you be a leader? How can you be a king and be a coward? Iking iyobeka ikhanda lighting nqume as long as abantu bambazoba free. Hayi ukuthi wena uthumela abantu phambili. Hambani niyozwa amanzi ngobhoko. Ngizomtshela ukuthi Niyozwa ngani ukuthi ndikunjani la. Hayi. Amakhosi aqala afana noMatiwane. Umatiwane wamangwane. Igwala la mangwane. Lalivimba inganono ngekhanda. Inganono zamangisi. Do you understand? They were in the forefront of the war. Bebengathumeli. Kuthiwa no inkosi lapha noisisu ngaphansi komthunzi. Ngaphansi komthunzi. Wise impi bambene lapha. Do you understand? And nakhona impi bebengayisusi nje. It was a well calculated thing. Why? Because they understood the laws that govern the universe. Guthi Messi phaka ngale season impi. There is a possibility vele ukuthi sizoyinqoba ngoba kunalo moya onje osupporta leyo nto leyo. And kumele kuconfirm izangoma. Kuthiwa yazi ushaka kasenza ngakhona wabulala izangoma. Do you understand? Neyinyanga manje mase sebeyikhuluma le ndaba kuba ngathi beke eliminator. No, izangoma neyinyanga zamanga. Do you understand? Manje, it's a topic for another day. But these are things okumele siz understand. Ukuthi isangoma nenyanga are very important empilweni yomuntu omnyama. And isangoma nenyanga yisiviko sokuqala somuntu omnyama. You understand? It means ukuthi isangoma noma uyinyanga, then you tell yourself you are not going to get involved in what is happening politically. You are betraying African people. Ngoba besilanda wena qala sithi awusitshele ukuthi ifuture injani. Bathi nokhokho isangoma sithi cha, hey ngibona ife elimnyama lizomboza lesizwe sethu. Bese ke kuyabuzwa ukuthi singayigwema kanjani leyo nto before ifika. bese ke inyanga ke iyanikezwa ke ngokamo ukuthi thatha utshani lo bona lo tshani obubrown hlanganise naleyantelezi nichele nenze kanje lelo fu lizodlula lidlule vele inkosi was strong because of inyanga nesangoma sasesigodlweni manje lamakhosi angasena zangoma nezinyanga kwenzakalani mandulo remember ukuthi inyanga ezazi strong by then ondwani onqumani bakhona ba ondwani onqumani yibo ke abantu bebelwelwa shokuthi ushaka bekezwe ukuthi hayi matiwani unalesa sangoma usifuna la leso sangoma ngoba yiso senza umatiwani abe strong. Do you understand? But manje there's no longer value. Asinthaboni value. Ngisho nalapha ekhaya eBeckville akusena nyanga akusena sangoma. It means ukuthi sesenza nje izinto ngokwenyama. Do you understand? Besingekho isigodlo lapho bokungena khona inyanga nesangoma. Remember ukuthi inyanga nesangoma, they are masters of this electromagnetic field. Yes. Because yibo abantu abakhona ukumanipulate. Yibo abantu abakhona ukuconnect with this field. Ibanikeze future. Remember ukuthi this electromagnetic field is connected to everything. So mawudonsa kuyo, you can see ukuthi Biden uplana. You understand? Upeto noma iqiniso lento ukuthi bafuna ukuhlasela iUkraine. Do you understand? Inyanga beyikhona and uzwa. Ubaba Kredu ke wayisho lento. Ama-Americans, they know this. Bathi bathatha igroup vele yabantu abamnyama bayivalela somewhere to actually test this ability ebantwini, and they confirmed it. Ubaba Kredu would say ukuthi they would train you ukuthi uphethe mhlambe into yomuntu oseJapan wenula, but you are able ukumbona ngeso moya ukuthi nangengena enumber sibanibani kule city eso, and maybe phone aba confirm labantu who are on the ground are confirming exactly what this person is saying. So this is the natural ability tina singabantu abamnyama esinayo. We have that natural ability. Bayibiza lento ukuthi is distant viewing. Kunalento bayibiza futhi ukuthi it's distant healing. Umuntu osemndeni ngamlapha ngila. Do you understand? As long as ngiconnecta kule electromagnetic field yakhe, I'm able to manipulate that field umuntu aphile ngila. So those are natural abilities. Meaning ukuthi le electromagnetic field is steering. Is steering. Once you understand that, there's this guy lo angazi noma niyamazi uRigera, some Jewish guy. Lowe pool. Where's our demonstrator on TV? Bending spoons without touching them. I remember Boksapila Uvuyo, the presenter. He was interviewed by Uvuyo. White demonstrator le TV. Meaning ukuthi lento esikhuluma ngayo asinsumansumane. You need to, because sikhuluma ngale zinto to empower you So you need to go and make more research. So that now who's understand, okay, fine, mina. The ability yami yini. And uzizame. Ukuthi okay, fine, maybe mina I receive easy. Or maybe mina I send easy. Try send telepathic messages ebantwini. Ubone ukuthi i-response izoba njani. Do you understand? Sometimes when you are a good receiver of such information, so you need to do these experiments yourself. Ukuthi kahle kahle mina yini le as a naturally. Am I able ukuthi ukumanipulate le chi? Shawumpa umuntu ngempama ngelanga. Because siyayifuna vele. Siyayifuna. Hey, umuntu mombuka uvuvukela ungaka. Ngathi ushawe ibhastina nje. Kanti sanda ende umuntu bekengasondelanga. Asenzeni experiments. Like this. Do that. Zingabi close. Zingabi close, but it's Sunday. And keep doing this. Uzokuthi ufila. Yini lo ufila?
Attraction.
Hey, kwenzakala something. Here, this is the field we are talking about. Do you understand? Here, meaning ukuthi uyayifila. Thola ke indlela ukuthi mina. How can I apply it? But ungasilimazi ngani. Hey, bakhona abantu bakhona ucreate nje izinto out of cabango, heart, the mind, manifestation. Do you understand? So we need to master this electromagnetic field, because here is source yamameji. Hey, uma sisonke sihlangene manje, remember ukuthi before bake bayitesta le nto le. Bayabiza futhi yiba ma-witch le London. Labo gogo lo nalabo Mkhulu bebehlangana ebusuku. They would make amatafula levitate. Do you understand? Ngale energy ngicela ukuyifila manje. But being able ukuthi remember ukuthi enyini static energy. If you remember, ungayenza enye experiment mawufika ekhaya, ushikishe inyawo zakho. Ushikishe. Then ubeke iphepha elincane somewhere. Ubone ukuthi there won't be attraction. Do you understand? Meaning ukuthi ugesi. Umzimba wakho ugesi. Uchannela ugesi. Do you understand? So manje ke kumele si understand lo gesi ukuthi la kimi njengoba nguSegment makuthiwa ngumlaphikazi yini lokumele ngiyenze. Mhlambe nje ngikushaya nje ngempama usondele la kimi uyaphila. Angazi. Mama bengena ikhoneni lami ngiconnecta noSegment. uSegment no. When you lapha nje ngempama. Bakubiza Mkhulu weimpama. Hey, so injalo what I'm trying to say ukuthi asizitholeni. Asizitholeni ukuthi mina ngu-Anpu njengoba kuthiwa ngingumqaphikazi. Yini, what are my natural abilities? And based on the strength of the electromagnetic field around me. Mawuya lapha into the house of ICZ Rosebank. Banale scale. Hey, there's bayakhona ukuthi bakushoot. Then back demonstrate ukuthi this is your aura. Aura, remember, is the electromagnetic field. This is your aura. It means when pain la. That is why ubona kune curve in your aura. Do you understand? So yinto ephilayo. But manje ke ifuna nina ni invent. Hey market yini man. Why sesivila banga? Yeah? Yes, akunama invent. Even the simplest of things about that you are not inventing. Huh? Menesibe. Mesikhuluma ngokuthi creativity, it's always there. Isambulelo siyehla njalo. All we have to do is in our creator. And the simple thing, if we understand again, these laws that govern the universe, if we understand the elements, ukuthi there's only one element on earth, which is hydrogen. Everything else is a repetition, hydrogen. So it local should inspire a new architecture, a new ways of thinking amongst black people. Phela lo lwazi kuthiwa knowledge without application is useless. Lo lwazi silithola ngoba sikumele sikhande okuthize. Uyazi kungapheli unyaka man. Ha? Kungapheli unyaka ungakhandanga something. Simple thing, toothpick man. How? Sesingayiphatha ama toothpick. Yeah? Ngeke makhehla ngeke. Sidepende ebantwini abamhlophe ngayo yonke into. Razor ukushefa ngayo. Makhehla. Ivasila. Huh? Insipho. Why must we depend on other people for such things? Huh? Ubab Credo would say, mina, I can do engine, aeroplane. Lwazi. Because you understand there's nothing impossible. Remember, Guti, we never understood Guti. I-alternator isebenza kanjani. Besiganga nathi sivule into sikhiphe siyikhakhe. But it's local sibona this copper wiring and another magnets. We never understood ukuthi kungani. It means ukuthi the electrical field ihambisana ne-magnetic field. Do you understand? Hey, it means the magnetism and the electricity kumele zisebenzisane kanje for there ukuthi kuze kube ne-spark. You can never get a voltage without these two in unison in terms of reaction. Remember, electricity in motion creates a magnetic field. So it was simple. Hey man, it's simple. Umoya thina siyazi umoya lento. Hey, once you tell umoya nje and be a master emoyeni, you're done. Okay. I know saying could make one. Get back corner for my questions. But mina ngithanda mase engage. Intellectual, so that siyakhulisa. Hayi ukuthi nami ngazi yonke into. Ikhona into engiyifunda kini every Sunday. Uzobuza nje wena question, unganakanga ukuthi uyangifundisa. Do you understand? So asengageni. Do you understand? Especially about the technology, because that is the technology of the future. Asisa asisa depend kwenye into. Do you understand? See, what all we need to do is to better know and understand ourselves. That is how we are going to build a new and a brighter, future. Besides local, fana nalabantu be Western philosophy. Baphelele man. Yingakho ukuthi manje sebezoza with plans and strategies ukuthi samba nabo kanjani. Bayahamba bona. So bafuna ungahambi bona. Mele sibakhaphe. Manje mele si-resist leyo nto. And by nature umoya uyaresista. Ngoba imelanin yethu ithi ngeke. Umvele encane nomkhululwane bathi ngeke. Nambe nale ingane zethu. Niyaphi nazo? Do you understand? So manje ilapho ke makhetha ukuthi i-future has got to be something completely different. Hey, we must be the first people to be able to build emoyeni. La. Size nje nomqondo ukuthi how do we stabilize i-structure lapha emoyeni? It's possible. Hey, it's possible. It's for you to understand. Ukuthi mengidonsa ngapha, remember ukuthi there are 4 sides of Heru. Abo Imset, abo Damutef. These 4 corners of the world. Zikhuluma about these 4 these 4 energies. The stronger, the weaker, the electric force, and the magnetic, electromagnetic force. Meaning what you need to understand and study these things. Lezi into lezi zazifundwa okhokho bakho and okhokho bakho mastered them. So it means when you've got to surpass okhokho. Okhokho bayibeke la emhlabeni lento on the flat surface. Mina awuthi ngeke ngibeke emoyeni. Hey, that is how you gauge development, Gucci. How best you are compared to the generation that came before you. You can't say you are great by repeating into a pyramid. Big pyramid, that was which when you are great. It's been done before, Leon. You've got to come up with something. And the local. I'm not going to vele a university. Sambulelo. Divine inspiration. Believe in that. Ukuthi noma ngilele noma ngihamba isambulelo ngiyasithola. Endubhale ngoba ezinye izinto uzozikhohlwa. There are so many things that enters your mind. So mawufikela isambulelo especially isihloti. Bhala. So that ngelinye lamalanga uthi na into engayithola ngelinye ilanga awuthi ngeke ngizame ukuyenza practical ubone ukuthi ngeke uze we invent something which is not there now. Do you understand? Thina singabantu bama inventions ke. Ama inventions asuka la kithi. Do you understand? So manje thina futhi we have that natural ability yokwenza lokho. Sishawe nje ilento nje ukuthi intelligence ne wisdom is from those four amadonga la se university. Nasesikolweni. Kahle lapho bayokwenza robot kahle. Mesikhuluma iqiniso. We are being a channel to be a robot. So that uzovuka ngo4 ubuye ekhaya ngo8. Yes. Abanye abantu for 40 years. Umuntu asishaya isifuba. Sebenze kule company for 40 years. Yeah? 40 years when you ain't wide. Never. Oh. Bakubonge ngiwashi. Noma wena wazi kahle ukuthi hayi usaphilile kepha manje bona sebabona ukuthi asuyuseless so we are above 60 it means ukuthi no amamasila akho awasekho that strong so ngcono ke uyo check isikhathi lokulungisela manje so wenzana namawili lapho so bizingane ubizele emakhoneni hoza la do you understand wena ngitho usitshelwe umlungu utshelwe ngale wash ukuthi hayi uyavala so ulungiselana lokho wena kanti no wazi ukuthi thina siphila forever umzimba ungakhathala like 100 but mina ngifuna ufika la ngifuna ukuhamba ngisase right yomsifana 70 nje ngisase sharp so that ngalokho nginkinga la kimi ngeke angisakhona ukuzimukisa toilet ngeke kuleyo nto le vele ngahambe ngisase fresh ngeke no kusho ukuthi mina I've accepted ukuthi vele kumele ngize renew but into engiyicelayo ngingazi renew after 100 years no don't want that mele ngize renew lapha ngisase sharp ngisakhona ukuthi ngisuke la ngene emotweni then gone short ride okay
Abe ngisho nje ukuthi ukusazawulandela kuzokuforce ukuthi ithi ngihlale kancane. Ngoba ayiyazi manje yayibona. Awuthi la izoba njalo kuzo. Sizokhamba accommodate.
No, buka. Mina ngizingeni lezi zinto lezi ukuthi wena khehla. Kumele sibe stress ngokufa. Akumelanga si stress ngokufa. Akukho ukufa. Siyashona ke. So it means ukuthi ungaphileli lokho balokho bakuroba bathi uzobhatala insurance la yiyo kenza ukuthi nezingane igcine zibulalana ile insurance. Nonkosikazi oyindoda ithathela umfazi insurance kanti uyamfuna ukumqeda vele. Uyabona? Manje lezo zinto lezo abantu abasenyameni abenza njalo angali ukuthi kumele sithole nathi indlela ukuthi senze ama savings ukuthi uma uhamba manje thina si obsessed lama cascade mina ngifuna ibox letamati yonke le nonsense futhi angithi niyoliphula vele lapha ngeke ngingcwatshwe mina ngebox Bayaliphula ibox lapha le phambi komgodi bayishaya so uyothenga ibox le 100,000 angelisebenza ngoba lo 100,000 uzoyibona nje bayidestroy ubhekile akhaba njani uzanale bayibeke la baletheke ipiki bayishaya phambi kwakho le bhokisi leli bathatheke isikhumba bakurephe ngaso bakufake la so manje zonke lezi zinto ukuthi uzothenga namalentuza ama-cascade i-cascade ayisasebenzi ngeke incede u-anti meseke kubuyisa wena oza ndoda into semqoka ukuthi la emhlabeni uphilela ukuharmonize noma wena wherever you are ukhosa le disturbance ku harmony. It's all about that. And leyo nto leyo mawuyenza consciously, you are making your heart heavier. Inhliziyo yakho iyasinda. Remember why they are using the heart. Sithe mesichaza lento. Movement of this magnetic field idlula kuphi kule inhliziyo. Yiyo inhliziyo controller, receiver the energy from the northern pole. Meyehla la enhliziyweni. Yingakho inhliziyo isemqoka. Inhliziyo yiyo that harbors all the negative things. Do you understand? So okhokho bethu bebethi kumele si develop the wisdom of the heart. Meaning ukuthi yonke into yethu angali ukuthi unokuqanulwa sometimes ukwati. Do you understand? But let those be just moments ezidlulayo. And futhi ungakwati the whole day. Uqumbe nje. Huh? Ngoba umuntu ukwati nje ukwati sekuseni. So uqumbe the whole day. Who gets affected? You. It's you. You are now contributing ukwenza inhliziyo yakho ibe heavy. Ngokubamba futhi amaqhubu. Umuntu umxolele even if ungasondeli kuye umxolele umkhiphe la enhlizweni. Do you understand? So that to be free flow all the time. It's tricky lapho. And then the tricky magic lapho. Learn to be a free flow. Umuntu makadinile mbize manje wena. Angithandi lento yenzayo. Iphele udlule lapho. Ungalokho uhabarisha amaqhubu lo muntu wanginyathela sisenzalo azange athi sorry. Manje we need to be wiser, okay? We need to be wiser, especially mesihamba ngeKemet. iKemet, it's about us experiencing magic on a daily basis. It's possible. Uthi mawucabanga into yenzakala. Mawufuna samboda vele. Mawufuna lokhu. Do you understand? In life many benjalo. Ungathi mawuqala iproject. Samele manje uyophaphatha uncengane nabantu hayi. As long as uyicabangile, inhliziyo nomqondo ivumelana. Let the universe conspire with you. Idonse labantu obafunayo. Uyazi umuntu olethwe umoya uyamfila ukuthi hayi no akahambi. Unesinene. Kanti loza nje 5 minutes nje seke sifuthi uwe. Presentation yakho imdine enye indlela. Hey. Kanti lo lotho umoya uba patient. Aza kuncede. Athi hayi no ngiyayibona la. Ngiyayibona lento uyisho. Mase ngayilungisa lapha nala. Lo muntu letho umoya lo. And uzohlala nawe ize yenzakale lento. Ilapho itrick yethu epower yethu ilapho nothing else. Ngitheni uqedile.
Uzokusho kanjalo isikhathi sesiphelile. Babu yaqhubeka.
Hayi njenje inkozo mokhetha. Zipi naye oh sorry. Kancane nje ucela ukubuza. Then uzoshaya.
Mkhulu nekupa ubuso. Akuzinklubu akasutho.
Sure.
Okay. Last time ke leboa holo. Last time we la wa ruta nerile a andate credo moto. So I learn a lot there. So hona mo ke temo ila go jetsa wa re ha re le fatshe mona intention ya rona go ba Heru. Go ba Heru. Then from there ke ba asa. So ke batla o tsema ntho go kopa o nthuse mo ntho o qetang bo important for na ya hore ke tloelle ntho di flow ke be free from everything. since ke ba asa ke ba Heru on this earth, then ke ba asa on the other side. How I conquer ke hlola jwa ntho ya go ke gone flow as asa go ke be asa ke gone flow ska ka sheba eng kapa eng outside the tletsa my heart be heavy ke flow la ka asa.
Oh, wena ke uyazi izinto zomhlaba ziyatemptana, right? And buka kuthiwa you need to strike a balance. Umoya ubalance izinto zomhlaba. Akusho ukuthi manje mawuhamba ngalendlela. Remember ukuthi lendlela esihamba ngayo yomoya senzela ukuthi sikhone ukuthi sifide umzimba without struggling. Umzimba mele siwufide, but akumelanga iobsession yethu be izinto zenyama. Show ukuthi by nature, natural, we are here, right? But we need to be polished to be able to be uasa. Kanjani sipolisha ini sidila manje nalento ukuthi kumele uyikhuze. Do you understand? Okay. Kumele si practice the Heru philosophy all the time. And we practice, okay. I'm sure ukuthi every minute of your life you are confronted by wenzububi noma wenzububi. But always kuwinani ubuhle. That's why sikuthola. Otherwise ngabe sejele. You will be in prison. Hey. If ulandela yabona le site lika set ngoba uset ukhona unatural set and uset can be destroyed. Uset is a natural force. You know, esiyidinga. But manje mele sikhumbule ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi uset uhambelana neego. So into okumele siyinqobe yile ego. Do you understand? Into ukuthi okay fine naku kungene i500,000, right? Makungene i500,000 ego ithi let me go and buy sneakers, the same sneaker ngithenge 5 times. The ego le, because they must see me ukuthi nginale zonke zibuzo like him. That's ego. Heru would say, okay, 500,000, okay, fine. La endlini sizodinga mhlambe 250. Ithi ngithatha 20,000. Ngene kulo muzi. Lo muzi uneingane ezingana bazali. Do you understand? That is Heru. You are then ascending. It's ascension. Ukuthi awucabangeli wena wedwa. Do you understand? So ucabangela labanye abantu abangekho kule position okuyo. Do you understand? That is the Heru. So once kahle inkinga yethu esibhekene nayo i-ego kahle. I-ego. Mesingakhola nje ukuthi sidile ne-ego. Kuyafana. I-ego yiyo yenza ukuthi mangenze izinto ezi-wrong. Nangu khehla, you know, siyahamba lapha. Shokuthi wena, let's say ngihamba nawe. O mina self. Asikho iskate okumele singidlule. Ego le. Do you understand? You are not satisfied with umuntu onayo ekhaya. Do you understand? Ubungane lobo ngiyabanderstanda mosakhula umuntu wenza lezo zinto. But mawufika ezingeni lokusomdala manje. Leyo nto leyo akusamelanga yenzakala. You need to get yourself umuntu ozohlekisana naye and ube committed kuye lo muntu loyo. Ungahamba lokhu ufuna ungena uphuma umosha inhliziyo labo mama bashiya inhliziyo ikhala kwenzakalani ngabo. Do you understand? just for wena ukuthi waziwe ukuthi uyisoka soka kantoni la ibi bakhona abantu abangakhuli emqondweni nanamhlanje ha ubone ikhaya intshebe emhlophe lapha edisco ngo2 ekuseni shama get down nomuntu nengane yasakana hawu uyayithola leyo nto leyo so manje kumele vele we must live according to uHeru we must be victors into temptation mayiza uyibone nje ukuthi le iza netrouble mele ulifunde into mayiza ukuthi yes ngiyayibona le iza netrouble mele ngi-avoid at all cost. Do you understand? Usisavile lapho ngoba the next thing how sokungena amaphoyisa la wenzeni indoda hayi naku bengidakiwe udakiwe wenzeni so blame utshwala. Do you understand? So i-point likaKhehla is very important, yinto esisokola ngayo on a daily basis. Even kuma movements aso yizinto ezenza ukuthi singabambani. Do you understand? And ama movements aso afuna iharmony. Ngikutshela ukuthi mesingabambana kanje emoyeni in our electromagnetic fields, no ayikho into ngeke siyachieve. Do you understand? That power iyahaneswa iqoqwe but manje bese ke iphulwa i3 or 4 or 5 yabantu iphulu asafikanga la siyakhona ngoba abantu sebejike manje babheka inyama. I know why lo yena enza lokho, why enza lokho angenzi lokho. Yabona sesisukile kuyagenda ukuthi kahle iagenda yingakho kungamelanga sikhoze. I-agenda is to unite umuntu omnyama, simu unite emoyeni hayi ngamathenda. Thokoza
you remind me of history, African history, about the wars of Mama, where they were fighting among these Babylonians. And then Kenya, by winning.
Sure.
Now, about 1400, when the Portuguese invaded Mozambique, on the other side, Yaramaniga, that place in a gold here, I'm a Portuguese Arlo. Now, what about this gold? They first introduced this thing here practically whatever the extinct. But Baba was tired about Baba. Bayana they fought. Now Babonta Portuguese are strong. Babuya, Nkuna Ubaba Narakuni, Buguniya, Bugune Sango. I want to be born with Baganja. They did that, the Mapulis, but under King Mutapa, because he was in control of part of South Africa and Zimbabwe. They say under it. By Ilwa, Amapulis, Banova, Boguna, Makatakatakati, was 70s. Bokayo and Pele Lapana 7 Basa bashauti mubashayela demu vayele batayiko labantu bansi. Ukuthi they must reinforce and then patrolla some of our people. Baba Donza. Bazofunda ukuthi lento le abanqobe impi ngayo yini. Now ngizwe partner ikhanda lami lingathathi kahle uma ngizwa upresident wethathi insango seyizo-export izoba free. My mind ingitshela enye indaba ukuthi insango iy'nyanga zethu sezifundisa abelungu yini because iwumuthi lakithi iwumuthi onzima nje osebenza hayi ukubhema nje khuluma ngomuthi ngoba umkhulu mina bekuyigedla wangasiyisangoma njengoba basho wayekutshela athi uma ufika kuya kuthi uma ufuna ukugula athi no iyana siza kutshela isangoma ukuthi ufunani bese usayini zakulapha bekawazi lamakhathakhatha lawo wayekutshela athi insango lela bayikhona lapha uthola sometimes ukungena abantu besifazane beyibalungisa bekuyeyabo abalungisa athi laba noma sokuthiwa kunjani udoktar athe kodwa ufike uzawuthetha mase ngihlanganisa insango nento zakhona zesintu themba ukuthi noma kuney'nyanga la bayazi noma kuthiwa ayemba ndawonye bayazi njengoba umkhulu nalabamisa ukukhuluma athi awukwazi ukungena la ungazange ufundiswe zonke izinto manje ngithanda ukubonga kakhulu uma ngibona indlu igcwala but ukhona abangasekuyasho ukuthi abantu abangena la eKemet mhlawumbe bafuna ukuthi bazafike bangene bese baba-rich. It's not about richness, it's about our history. It's about ukuthi sizazi ukuthi singobani sibuya invalid ukuthi sizalwa silahlekile masizalwa we are lost. But today at least sithole ikhaya. But into engikhathazayo sibambaqambile yabona inyawo zethu zimabade angizazi ukuthi manje ngingakhuluma nobaba wathi uzayilungisa le ufunani ngokwami ngifuna kube ne-committee, specific committee ezawuhlala naye bafundiswe ukuthi wena ndiyedi mina sengimdala mina angifuni ukuthi uma nizwa kuthiwa ngisena manifike laphana bese ngithola amaroma laphana yayibona manje iyaphambana
ngathi ngizokhuluma ngayo yangizwa wena uyangifila
yes
connection
bangikhona la nibe khona kube yini enizwenza lo msebenzi uma beshona akusaseyikemet. It's something else. It's something else. Manje ngifuna ukuthi usebenze iKemet uyazi ukuthi I think you talk about the 10 commandments, you talk about the 42 laws of minds. Efuneka zisebenze ziningikhaphe ngazo. Ngoba nangifika ngoba ngithi bazangibuza imibuzo. So kufuneka ngibe ngazi ukuthi ngikhuluma ngani nangifika phana ngizibeke ngizitsho ngivula amasango manje ngoba ngithi manje to our ancestors bazoyiba lapha noshayela lapha bahleli esikaleni bawuyinhliziyo yami ukuthi bengenza. You get it? It's not about seeing Jesus. I can come back. So when I'm dating Tibet and I was expecting a lot of them. Everybody needs it. We did this time as a at least. Ubaba alungise mkhulu alungise yonke le ndaba le ukuthi kube ne-committee bafundiswe kube nama-branch. We are still young. It's a pity siyithola sisi kube nama-branch singahambi ibanga elide ngazi ukuthi ma kufika kanjena sithi kule vikileli sizawubiza ikhehla lizili ukhona uzosala ayibanga iwe kuphi kube uvuselele ukuthi le nto isabalali ingene sifuna abantwana bethu nezizukulu because inhliziyo babuhlungu kwabo nangithi ngibheka lezizukulu zethu ezinye zilahlekile because bafunda uma-model C ngihlala nabo ukuthi babashit babestereotype babasuku umlungu nje once I understand English and then wazi yonke because i-language yakhe so smart uzosebenza phansi kwabili uzwile emotweni akufuneki ukuthi bafundele ukuthi bayosebenza babe creative like the olden days. It's a pity because asinamali because abakhatha ba uba yise ukuthi ngoba most of South Africans sifuna ukubona into ngamehlo tangible isibambe mawungabathatha bayise Egypt abantu they will see a lot of things lapha bazawuthola everything was written in the stones. You must go to your museums. You go to America, there's about 2 museums lapha eziphethe Africa. You go to England, there's museum eziphethe Africa. You go to France, you go to Germany, everything they are written in papyrus trees. Everything's lapha. Your Bible yethu banayo. You got it.
The scrolls.
Bayayisebenzisa for their own benefit. Today, start our ancestors siyabanyathela, we want somebody's ancestors. And we talk about billions, billions of people. They don't believe anymore in their ancestors. They believe in somebody's ancestors. Whenever you believe bakhona la young span Mkhulu ukuthi mina ngisispeak mase ngwile uzayithola information uzawubona bese
as long as wena khehla ungabhala kubili uthi awufuna ukungcwatshwa ngenye indlela ngoba inkingi balapha nihambe bese ke sifika lapha bathi hey thina siyazi yonke le nto banengi ngaba abaphikiseka kanjalo so naye umuntu wonke umuntu mele azi ukuthi azilungisele futhi leyo nto leyo indlela yokuqhuma ifuneral ikhona mele nje si practice sayizama kwa mama ngomezulu once you know basinikeza ithuba ukuthi sikwenze no but now inkinga ke kuba ama family ayalwa bashadele le-Christianity le ngeke so manje mele ushiye message strong ukuthi bakhona abantu engihamba nabo kumele bangikhaphe and then nakhona ke thina siba isupport yefamily ifamily iyahamba phambili thina silandele emuva sithi according to imvelo nakho kumele kwenzakala you understand so mongashiya nje imessage ithi wena khehla sizoba mnandi manje ke lenye okhuluma ngayo khehla ukuthi thina sibheke umoya okwamanje ngasho ukuthi abantu abalandeli iGK they are not only a South Africa international but sithole ukuthi la South Africa majority that follows the GK yilabantu who are counted amongst the 30 million who are in poverty. So they are not able ukwenza ezinye izinto njengabanye abantu. Do you understand? So yithi ke okumele senza lokho siyayihlela lento. And njengoba ingakahlangani it means umoya ukavumi. Ngoba mele mesihleli into yenzakala. Sihlela ukuthi sibavakashele eindaweni zawo. We need a national tour to go and do exactly the same thing esiyenze lapha eCredo Mutua village. You know, ukuyothula iCalender ngaleyo ndlela. National. Iplan yethu leyo. But singaplana thina ke umoya. Mawungakavumi angeke kwenzakala. So yonke into yethu igayidwa umoya. Ukuthi ama branches sizoba nini sizozwa umoya. Makufike isikhathi saloko. Ngoba sizothi sithi ayibamba into sibone nje igijimeni. Siyazi ukuthi isikhathi sokulela. Ngathi ngilokho ngiyasho ukuthi thina asibona abantu abenza izinto ngenkani. Thina we are not njengoba wazi ubaba kade ela siqala nje ubaba ubekho jona senipha njengoba asho ukuthi usekhulile manje isikhathi meke sithola uyavela anyamalale futhi kanjalo kepha into esihleli kuyo ukuthi thina asigayidwa by the political principles. Okokuqala we don't convert people. It's either we are yizwa lento or esishoyo or awuyizwa. We are not about converting people. And the Tina, we are not about numbers. Ngoba asifuna ukugcwalisa ibhasi labantu abangezwa. Labantu abangenasabelo. Lo moya okwamanje ukhetha abanikazi bayo into. Iyabavumbulula national. Noma ba usempumalanga. Iyakubamba lena. Ufone Mkhulu. Siyabonga. Ibambeni kanjalo. Angabi namandla okuvela kepha nginani emoyeni. Sesiyazi ukuthi mese Eastern Cape siyakuboba. Ngoba kune group yabantu Eastern Cape every Sunday. Ihlala ibukela iTV njengathi so. Kunama group ayenzakala all over the country nasenandala. Every Sunday abantu benza njalo. Yingakho sibabonga nabo laba basemakhaya abangakhoni. Kepha thina sizwa mebe communicate through ama socials ethu ukuthi abantu bakho manje thina ke we are not after my numbers. Thina sifuna ingaphakathi lakho. Futhi mawubolile ungezi. Asifuni mawugayibozi. Sifuna uyi-free flow. Ngoba uthungena lapha sikufile. Ukuthi umoya walo muntu muhle. Yazi mawuphuma endaweni abantu bakhala ngaleyo. Ayicho ukuthi uyaphila. Ungathi mawufika endaweni bathi eish hamba nini. Ngoba uyabasinda. Yile electromagnetic field yakho usho ukuthi wena uyivalele. Ngalezi zinto lezi. Remember ukuthi le field icontroller la inhliziyo. So wena mawulokhu ugayibozi, ulokhu uzonda, ulokhu nomona, ulokhu wenza zonke lezi uzosisinda. So better stay home. So siyabonga kakhulu ukhehla abantu ke ukhehla ke abantu bese uyazi ukuthi bakhona abantu abeze. But njengobasho abantu beza la for a different agenda. And abafika thina sila purely for umoya. Bona baboneke ukuthi hayi mengenza lokhu nalokhu ngizophumelela la. Mengesenzeki leyo nto abantu bayaduba sithi bye bye. Vele you were not meant to be here. Do you understand? So ingakho wena ke uzothola ukuthi khona abantu who are consistent and permanent la. Why? Because they understand the principle of the benefit of being in free flow. So if abantu bangayikhoni leyo nto vele automatically umoya uyahlanza monjalo. Do you understand? And awukoshwa asikaze thina saqosha umuntu. Ukhishwa umoya. Sometimes when uzijudge yourself, uthi I no longer belong there because of inhliziyo yami. Inhliziyo yakho affects your etheric body, which is your electromagnetic field. So inhliziyo yakho mengekho right, angeke ulaste la. Lapho ushayizana. Ngeke ulaste la. Abantu abalasta la abantu abanothando for umuntu omnyama. Ngoba nami mina could have been an investment analyst, I could have been an investor somewhere because that is what I know. But konke lokho has been suspended because ukuthiwa lungisa lento yomuntu omnyama. Angibhekanga mina, ngixolele inhlupheko ukuthi ngidle la eacha nesimo ngisha. As long as ngizo achieve leyo goal, then my ancestors no moya wami is happy. I'm not here to look at ukuthi hey benitangane kahle nginganithengisela yipi product because sekunjalo this day. Kuyathengiswa yonke into yathengiswa. You understand? Manje, if isizoba njalo sonke, it means umuntu omnyama has no hope. Do you understand? So, Mesila, you suspend your personal objective and look at the objective yomuntu omnyama in totality. Ukuthi we need to be liberated spiritually, physically, emotionally, and whatever. Then umuntu omnyama, once you achieve that goal, how nami sengithi sharp, sengiyaqala ke manje empire yami. Do you understand? Ngoba senko sesinethuba. Ngithe mina mesifika and uzothola ukuthi in 10 years after sesi achieve the unity ungena billion uzokuvila. Hey, ngoba manje uzobune support of millions of people. If we are now to a master in doing a drum and there's a need for a drum, une support yonke. It means nje wena ngokuhlanganisa ama drum you can be a billionaire. Kula sifuna ukufika khona. Hayi lento ye greed. Ukuthi mengibona abantu nje ngibabona as cash cow. Leyo attitude ayisebenze ebantwini. And abanengi abantu abazala ngaleyo attitude. Bese ke bayahluleka ngoba thina sikho lapha. We are not about individuals. Individualism iyo lesibuleka because ihambelana nani self-preservation. Let me amass ama billions nifike la ngishaye ngama champagne ningene. Hey, and enye into abantu bahlonipha lo mbhedo. Umuntu onala ama billion. Just because lo muntu nama billion is offered more respect than umuntu that doesn't have that kepa unama billion omoya. This is how messed up we are. Ubone nje umuntu kume billion umswasha colonized mind la umile la. Then there's a spiritual person. Abantu will gravitate towards lo mswasha we billionaire. Do you understand? Because of his socialization. Says he messed up like Makana. So, if singayilungisi leyo attitude, angeke size sikhululeke. Stop thinking about yourself. Angali ukuthi mele uzifide. But kuba nesikhathi la mele ucabangele isizwe. Ukuthi mina ngingakhona ukwenza lokho. Kepha ngi-encourage nesinyama sikwenze so that sibe right sonke. Singalokho siqhomelana la. Hamba uyotshontsha imali kahulumeni. Uzosiqhomela lapha bonkonka yini le ndawo. Bonkonka. Uyopaka amabhenki, uyopaka yonke le nonsense singekho impressed ngayo. Huh? Manje, what's the point of that attitude? There's no point. It means I sit down leyo nto leyo. Ego again. Uthola umuntu uthi unama Ferrari i4. Blue, red, white, emnyama. 1 yard. Why? Because ufuna ukubizwa isikora. Yimi boss. Mele ngaziwe ukuthi ibillion angikhulumi ngayo. Nginayo cash in my account. That's all you have. Ibillion in your account, but la emoyeni nasemqondweni you are nothing. Do you understand? So manje sonke we could have gravitated towards it. Mina, I was at the stock exchange. I was the first person to start the asset management. I-company owned abantu abamnyama in South Africa. 3 offices, Joburg, Cape Town and Durban. Do you understand? Of politics eyangibona ni closer to my. They then decided to sabotage my businesses. But ngathi it's sharp. Do you understand? Let me go and start afresh. How good you say as young and nonsense abayenzayo. We've been there. But sabona ukuthi ayinampilo leyo nto leyo. Do you understand? I can't be enjoying fruits of liberation alone. hayi no sesifikile sokuyimi nje ngithola amathenda why athe abuzalima amathenda I'm now turning over almost 3 billion every year but ayikho into eqaqayo engiyenzela umuntu omnyama. What value am I to you bengiza ngaleyo ndlela kanti the way sihamba ngakhona sizoba mnandi sonke. Once we can achieve this black unity we need, everybody will have an opportunity ukuthi aphile the way we're supposed to live vele. Le poverty esikuyo ayinabo uNkulunkulu, ayinabo umveli incane, akunamoya kule poverty esikuyo. Do you understand? So manje kumele siphume sonke, but manje sizophuma sonke if we suspend sometimes self-preservation. Wazi ukuthi success yakho must rub off on another person. Hey, many billion wonke umuntu abosifiso labe engilongiphila na usifiso mele nimbone driver RR nisho ukuthi Mkhulu ufiki. You understand? Hayi ukuthi alokathi agezana nale RR waya kanjani?
Ikupa what's up ya ka lecture we buile antse ke mametse lecture hao o tlile o praise haholo blackness lona tjentse o praise blackness jwale ne ke bala buka e una le maqhepenyana mabedi ke ka bona a Dr. Laila Afrika bukeng ya Melanin so o bua ka Melanin mo the way e leng our key to life the way rona batho ba tswe halalelang ka teng we are so glorious. So ntwe ke botsa iwa le Mkhulu ka yona Melanin go tla re attract every light, every energy everywhere, so we becoming that energy. So ke batla utba motho a motho because ke ne ke ba lape go tla go bona le these white people, this thing of melanin scares them. So they are, what they're trying to do now, they're creating a certain molecules similar to your melanin, so that your body can be confused. So if renale melanin is strong and baleka ho idisiba re etsa jwang hore re dule remain on top road with is go khona etsa ntho tso di buang so advice anga tsone just now.
Okay, no because imelanin angeke bayenze nix and the futhi thina wena case singasabi ngoba they've tried to manipulate imelanin to our detriment, but they have failed. It always mutates. And any into that I want to clarify. Abelu bane melanin. Now, it means they are black, but they are in denial. It's something that they will never agree. Do you understand? It's just that banale defect they have less. Do you understand? So it means njengoba bokunomuntu omnyama emhlabeni before kufika belungu namachina namandiya nayo yonke, there was only blackness, right? So lezi ezinye izizwe ziqhamuka from you. Remember ukuthi indlovukazi zabantu abamnyama have this thing they call mitochondria, a strand of the DNA that has the ability to produce all colors zabantu. Do you understand? So all other races can only come from us. It's just that abelungu because of that strength, say melanin and the carbon and the advantage. And the advantage yet bayifilile bayayazi, because before beza emhlabeni bathola ukuthi maybe sebekhulile sebehlakanile bathola ukuthi umuntu omnyama uestablish yonke into yonke into bayithola ukuthi it's established. So bona ke bafika ngokuzo plagiarize. That's all they're good at. When you plagiarize is when you don't credit the source. That is plagiarism. So abelungu wena khehla angeke baze bakhone ngoba even icebo yazi the way imelanin or icarbon isebenza ngakhona, you can have a plan to go and destroy imelanin yabantu abamnyama. But manje umoya, because it's in control of your mind as well, uzokushintsha umoya. Do you understand? Uthi we are mixed lapha kanti so mix into a wrong. Iboost imelanin kunokuthi i-reduce. You understand? So thina yingakho sithi asiwari ngokuthi i-evilness icabangane ngathi. Siyazi thina ukuthi we are taken care of by Ramasedi. Ramasedi is always there. And Ramasedi doesn't like anything that doesn't have a balance kama art. So when I catch we shouldn't want. Bazamila ben actually in Abazamanga not only to destroy melanin, they continue destroying melanin ngokudla. They continue to destroy melanin by lento leya bayifaka emanzini. Do you understand? But manje always iyavuseleleka lento. They never thought if there would be a time where abantu abamnyama bahleli ngalendlela. Sikhuluma ngayo. They never thought. Do you understand? They thought ukuthi bona bashayele the last nail on the coffin of African history. Kanti nix. And they thought ukuthi when they banned the universities, baqedile ngathi. Kanti abazi ukuthi thina singabantu besambulelo. Lesambulelo besehla ku Imhotep no Bab Credo. Sisehla nakithi. Ukuthi nje thina sibe. Yabona? Si receive, that's all. Just open yourself up. How do you open yourself? By aligning. Or align nani? Natural flow of energy, calendar. Mawuhamba ngalondlela. There's no way ngekuthola isambulelo. So ndako. Thokoza. Thokoza.
Is it possible Isabella sometimes more Nzimandela Guaka spiritual currency? And this was some years ago. And then today, socially the currency, Asipampir is just it's only numbers. You know what I mean? Every time like you want to plug this new Bitcoin or something, the popular I know it didn't necessarily mean a currency as well, spiritual currency. Is it possible for Bale a Kemet digital spiritual currency?
No. You Bitcoin here to say idea, but these are two different things. Do you understand? Inch of gas was in charge of gas. Heart of gas. If you kuluma ngale example benye, ukuthi here's a billionaire, here's a upgrade. Ukhetha anyway. Ukhetha lo mswahla we billionaire noma ukhetha future. Ezokunikeza is spiritual enlightenment. Do you understand? So when she was talking about spiritual currents, she was referring to that. Ubuti Ubabu Credo is one of the people who demonstrated and attributed that thing of his spiritual current. But if Bitcoin yabotaki Kemet siyayidinga. Ngoba message qala ukwenza ama business aid. Our money can't go and be deposited on these people's banks.
Thank you.
It means ukuthi mesithi imali circulator lakithi, even where it ends up going, it should be in our control. So yino kumele nize nalama ideas ukuthi how do we create a blockchain so that because ukuseduze. Remember, after we demonstrated unity, now there's no stopping. It means ukuthi now we need to start feeding ourselves, industrializing the rural areas as well as the townships. Do you understand? So it means ukuthi lento siloko siyifisa, it's near. Do you understand? All we have to do is to demonstrate this black unity. A stadium or lenzalo, actually lenzalo, noma kanjani inzalo we go to hell. We'll start by welcoming the sun. Maybe the next week he gave us a same stadium. Do you understand? But inzalo must be a well-known thing, which it's not disturbed. It's a calendar date layer that is fixed. Inzalo and these other 4 cardinal points. Hey. So let me just say something a bit in Ipegville. Okay, Mr. God. Ipegville last year called. What I discovered, Uguti, le Wakanda was shot there. Hey. Kunesini la kubonisa khona le ntaba. Le ntaba bayibiza ukuthi the mountain of the amphitheater. Hey, the amphitheater mountain, the way shaped ngakhona.
When they were having the fight.
I don't know, but I just saw, I just saw the scene in Tabala. There's in Tabas a big view. So it's a very spiritual place. Even now that movie, 2022, 2012. Hey, the last surviving people, the survivor.
Their ship stopped on the highest.
So it's a very spiritual place. You understand?
One thing which is very important, which I must stress, these people have a tendency to mix the truth with the lie. Everything I present for marketing in a clinic. Everything I market in terms of marketing. You just have to look through that because by as we share information.